All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Slurpathon VIII, where we're getting into the last day. We're going to be getting into the next block with Starwin, who is going to be running a portion, or no, I'm not going to say portion, but fighting Mania, all courses with an estimate of roughly 45 minutes. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm ready to punch some things.
Super stoked for this block.
It's gonna be fun. Oh man. Okay. So I guess am I good or am I good to start doing the intro? Am I going to do that now? I'm going to do that.
Let me just talk about the incentives real quick.
Yeah, do the incentives.
Just like one quick point.
You're
yeah,
good.
and then we'll get into that. So we do have incentives open as always. So please use the exclamation mark incentives command or just exclamation mark links. We have current bid wars open for Nintendogs, Cats, Golden Retriever, or Nintendogs and Cats. Pardon me, Golden Retriever and new friends for naming the dog. John Watt is in the lead with $98 right now. Legend of Zelda bid wars going on. For tunic colors, picking the top two, which are currently pink and orange. But the biggest incentive that we are looking at to start raising funds for right now is for Sports Hawk Shuffler, which is a very, very interesting game. The incentives need to be met before the run starts. So we have plenty of time to start allocating funds towards that. Please check out the command for those incentives. Sorry, I talk about passing it back to you, Starwin.
Oh man, these good incentives. All right, everybody. So this big old thing right here is Fighting Mania: Fist of the North Star. Fighting Mania is an arcade machine that came out in the year 2000. Based, like I said, based off Fist of the North Star. It goes through like a lot of the main arcs. We'll be seeing the cutscenes. You're gonna see me punch things, and for this first mode, I'll kind of explain how the game works. But I guess let's go ahead and jump right in. We were talking about this earlier before this run started in Discord, how I'm capturing this. I'm capturing this a little bootleg, but it's looks pretty good. So I'm capturing this with a webcam, and then I'm capturing the audio with my mic, but it's all good. So this is the first route. So we have all the easy courses. We have 3 normal courses and 2 hard courses. The very, very first one is a tutorial. We don't need to do that. So this is going to be the first course, and I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, if anyone has never seen Fist of the North Star, Fist of the North Star is easily my favorite show manga of all time. And as you're going to be seeing, it's going to be explaining the story. This is the setup. For the most part, this game goes in order in terms of what the cutscenes are doing. So this arc is actually called, or this route is called the Southern Cross arc, which essentially is like the first main arc of Fist of the North Star.
At a village with no name. It has already been annihilated by the hand of the scoundrel Zed.
Zed being one of the most basic enemies ever. Like, if any one of you, like, even if you don't know what Fist of the North Star is, I know you all know what the Omae wo mo Shinderu meme is, and then
What are you doing?
you know how it goes.
Don't you know it's Z's troops?
Ready?
All right.
Go!
So this is how it's gonna go. These pads are gonna come out. There's 3 pads on the left and there's 3 pads on the right. As the pads come out, I'm gonna be punching them back into the machine as the light goes out, comes up. This game is not about power. It's about precision and speed. It's no different from playing any other rhythm game. This rhythm game, however, you're just punching stuff. See, like right there, I hit the pad. I basically hit the pad before it was time for me to hit it because the light wasn't up. Now we have a secret technique. And we beat the guy.
You're already dead.
Say what?
You win!
So secret techniques are how you finish fights. If you fail the secret technique, you have to continue the fight, and it's a lot harder. Usually, you're not going to win. Secret techniques consist of what I just did, punch rushes, which is going to be majority of the techniques. Some of them are going to be unique. Like this fight right here is a unique one. We're going to fight Heart, the big boy.
To block your way.
Stand aside,
The big boy.
pig.
Yes, the big boy.
Hokuto Shinken has no equal.
So I actually own the Korean version of this game. So the Korean version and the English version, as you can see, they just use the actual English dub. English voice actors. But if we were playing on the Japanese version, we would have all the original Japanese voice actors, which is kind of sad. There's also a sequel to this called Fighting Mania 2 or Punch Mania 2, but it never came over to America. Okay. This technique, I just have to keep going in a circle. And for funsies, we get to punch him one more time. So in the anime, when Kenshiro fights Heart, Heart can't be touched, like his pressure points can't be hit. So that's why Kenshiro does this technique where he spreads his fat to where he can actually access them.
Now the fateful match
If like again, if you guys are new to Fist of the North Star and don't know what it is, Kenshiro, the main protagonist that we play as throughout this run, uses a technique called Hokuto Shinken, which causes essentially he hits people's pressure points, floods them with his own chi, and causes them to like explode like outward.
Huh? You came all the way here just to get slaughtered?
Yes, Shin. I'm going to lose. I promise. So this is one of the first, I guess, hard fights. Like the first two fights are really easy, but easy mode in general gives you a lot of leeway. Like it gives you like more chances to mess up. Nanto Senshu Ryugeki. Alright, 50 punches and he's done. Enjoy this amazing voice acting.
It's so wild.
I think I'm in trouble. But I won't die by your hand.
Fly, Shin, fly. So zero context right there is pretty much what they give you. Essentially in that fight, Kenshiro and Shin are fighting on top of a tall building. Shin doesn't want to die by Kenshiro's hand, so he jumps off the building, which is funny.
If you are not strong enough, don't attempt to become the Hokuto Shinken's successor.
Oh, okay, game. I'm sorry. I'm bad. So that's easy mode. Easy, right? Game can't get any harder. But it totally is. It's scary. This game gets...
Shout outs to the Konami number.
Oh, yeah. The good old 573. Sadly, there's something inside 573 boards that has to be, like, renewed every once in a while, or like you have to like do something to it, so I can't save high scores, which is kind of lame. But okay, next path is the Nanto Roku Seiken, so basically the 6 heavenly stars of the North Star, or the South Star. And this is the first normal course.
Hokuto and Nanto
Good luck.
are one and indivisible.
With liberty and
The
justice
six
for all.
men that mastered Nanto Seiken are known as the Nanto Roku Seiken. Now begins the battles that are Kenshiro's destiny.
So this is kind of where like it starts going out of order in the story, because in the next
The Wolf Pack, possessing the deadly
group of fights, it should have gone first before this, but it's really weird. If you were to do like all these fights in order, it'd be a different story, but eh.
The King of Kiba, who attack him one after another.
It's you who had better prepare himself.
Alrighty.
No one
So,
has passed through here and lived to tell the tale.
These next two modes honestly aren't that hard, but if you're like new to this game, you definitely are going to come into some gatekeepers. Like the next fight with Ray is like the first gatekeeper fight. But for the most part, these fights are only going to throw out like maybe one. They're going to throw 1, 2, or 3 pads at once, which not too difficult to deal with.
To play my
And now he's gonna do his secret technique, but we're gonna do our secret technique too.
Get him. Let him know.
So the technique that Kiba just did made his body as hard as iron, but good thing we have pressure points for that. And I quote Kenshiro, now his body is as soft as fat. So now we're going to beat him up.
Mountain splitting wave.
You win!
I also want to tell everybody that there are violence settings on this game. There's just regular violence and then no violence. And their terms of no violence is instead of the screen turning red right there, it just fades like to white.
His name is Rei.
And then they change some of the voice lines, like where it's instead of like, there's a fight later where a dude's like, why do you need ogre's blood? But they change it to a completely different line because they use the word blood. It's really silly.
Just see who is stronger.
So Rei uses Nanto Sweet Shoken, which is a style where he can like cut people with his fingertips. Rei's actually a good guy.
Ready?
But like I said earlier, this is like one of the gatekeeper fights because his technique is really, really hard to do. So I think you have to hit him 50. I think it's either 50 or 60 times. But it's like the game gives you less time to hit those punches than any other time.
Bet you know what this stance means.
Yeah, 60. Yeah, if you have been paying attention, that is so little time compared to other ones, and that's like the most punches you have to do so far in this game.
You might even be able to bring the Keno to his knees.
So I did do a little strat, if you guys saw.
You're not gonna defeat
When you have
me
to start
unless
doing
you
like
pull out
big
the
punch
Keno
rushes, you can
style.
actually pull out the pads first, and then you just react to when the lights turn on, and then you start punching. So it gives you a little more time to actually like do certain
Star of
techniques.
benevolence. Why does Shu, who hopes to become a holy emperor, challenge Kenshiro to battle? When fist meets fist, the truth becomes clear.
I let my fists talk to all those who take me on. Ever since the 6 stars were scattered, we were destined to meet in battle.
Ready?
Okay, so like Rei, this is also another gatekeeper fight, but instead of the technique being hard, it's the fight. Like, Shu is relentless.
White heron fist. Alluring vision. Tears from the star of
All right.
benevolence. Call Hokuto.
So here we're just going to time our punches well. That's all we have to do.
Shadow Spirit.
One-handed for funsies.
Dare to say that
Let's
about
go.
Nanto
Let's
Seiken?
go.
You win!
Live within me. Shu of the
super
star of
impressive.
benevolence.
Honestly, like, once you play this game for a bit, it doesn't feel that way anymore because, surprisingly enough, kind of similar to like how DDR songs and like rhythm games in general, each song that you pick has a chart that never changes. This game's the same way. These aren't just random bags coming out. Like the pads aren't coming out randomly. They are it's a chart. And once you have the charts memorized, then you know what to expect.
I've been waiting for
That's
you.
amazing. So what we're talking about is how there's a random modifier for 2DX and stuff like that when you went for Fighting Mania.
See, that would be sick. So like right here, it's gonna go in a circle to the left, and then it's gonna go back to the right. Or I got that mixed up, but it's the same way. Y'all know what I meant. All right, so
Solve the riddle of
this is a really cool secret technique. The pads are gonna start coming out one by one, but I'm only supposed to hit the lit pad.
Self-Dipper Phoenix Fist. Heaven Soaring Cross Phoenix. Now, to finish you, Kenshiro.
the star of command must fall.
Ah!
Yeah, and also ignore if you see misses. There are some things that I need to get replaced on my machine, like some of the sensors. 80 punches.
Wow.
Now, I'll go ahead and tell you guys the secret. I'm not really hitting it 80 times. It would be really cool if I was, but each punch counts as 2. So I'm actually hitting it 40 times right there.
What a compassionate man. No one's heart is warmer. You've become a real man.
How am I gonna get an A on normal and then get a B on easy? That's funny.
Right.
All right, so that
Very
was
nice.
that was the Nantoroku Seiken arc. Now we have. So all these fights so far have been pretty easy. It's going to be the same thing in this next set of fights, but the last fight's really scary. Last fight's with the main antagonist, Rao. That's Kenshiro's brother. And in this fight, in that fight when we get to it, at the very end, we have to do 100 punches. That's the most you do in the game. But it's really difficult because if you lose your rhythm, you're gonna die. And in that fight specifically, if you lose and you don't do the technique, you don't get another chance. You just die.
Using his fists for his own ambitions, a tyrant.
But this is pretty much introducing Rao, and
rules a turbulent world.
he wants to conquer the world while Kenshiro's trying to save it.
Who must seek out and destroy this tyrant.
Enjoy the cutscenes. I'm just gonna take a little breather.
The Keno awaits ahead. As Kenshiro hurries forward, Colonel, the leader of the elite troops Golem, scheming to establish a utopian nation, blocks Kenshiro's path.
Your future ends here.
All right, this guy's super easy. Like, I'm gonna one-handed this guy because he's that easy. Like, he should be on easy mode. Only throws 1 to 2 pads.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, for now, indeed.
I will shut you into darkness forever. The silent fist of the South Star. Never be afraid of the dark.
Once again, just hit the lip pad. You are gonna see misses. Just ignore those. Those aren't me actually hitting them.
Don't waste
And 60 punches.
the bone-breaking punch of the North Star.
You win!
You and I are on completely different levels.
So the Colonel, super easy. This next fight, also super easy. And has like the easiest technique to do in the game.
Keno to Cassandra Town.
Excellent. Is it okay if like I just speak about a quick incentive while you're doing this portion?
No. Like we have cutscenes. Go ahead.
Devil Reborn.
Wonderful. Yeah, I just didn't want to speak over because this game is really, really dope, and I know a lot of people probably haven't seen a lot of the cutscenes and heard some dialogue.
No, for sure. This fight is super easy. Feel free to talk all over it. It's fine.
Wonderful. Yeah, so we got some incentives. Slurpin Ninja ensured to use the incentive command. We have incentives going on for Nintendo and Cat's Golden Retriever new friend for naming the dog, with John Wada's in the lead with $98. Legend of Zelda, which is coming up as well. For Tunic Color, top 2 currently pink and orange are in the lead, respectively. Big incentive with no amount towards it right now is Sports Hawk Shuffler. One incentive is for adding a game where the default list will have only 8 games. Every $30 raised will add a game to the list to a cap of 16. If you haven't seen Sports Hawk Shuffler, you're in for a treat. But then not only that, but $30 will also change how quick the game will swap between games. It will reduce the time by 2 seconds. You'll see what that means when we get there. But the incentives are needed to be met before the run starts, and it's a cumulative incentive as well. So $30 per second or $30 per game.
The town of Cassandra, where the demon cries.
Awesome.
Today, the sorrowful crying of the demon echoes throughout the town.
So,
Kenshiro,
this guy's name is
the
Wiggle.
undefeatable legend of Cassandra.
Not kidding.
Leave this gate
His
open.
name is Wiggle.
It needs
pretty
never
funny.
be closed again.
So this is like one of the harder fights that you come across. So like I was saying, like everything is charted. Watch this. The first 3 pads are going to be left, and then 3 pads on the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, this guy, like when he does his secret technique, he just keeps throwing pads. Like he doesn't give you a break. All right, let's practice our doubles. And 4 pads, and 4 pads. And then 70, I think? 70 or 80? Yeah.
The 100 crack fist of the North Star. You vile creatures deserve no tombstone.
Oh, the violence. I should have turned it off.
Begone with the legend of Cassandra.
Okay, here comes like the first scary fight if you were actually like doing runs like I am.
There is no one in front of the Keno and no one behind. Finally, the time has come.
So listen to the opening dialogue that Ro has,
The only one who can return light
because like
to the world.
they like
Aware that
stop a line that he's saying to go to a different line. Like it completely cuts off and it sounds really goofy.
Kenshiro, you decide. Oh, I must congratulate you.
You decided to.
I didn't think you had the guts
Ready?
to get this far.
Go!
That's what happens when you just have watched English voice acting. All right, everyone, wish me luck. 100 punches. Let's do this.
Won't be slain by the likes of you. It's my pleasure to finish you off here and now.
I am not the Kenshiro you once knew.
Ooh, I had to change it up, but we did it.
Oh, wow, nice. Oh, my goodness.
I had to, okay, so instead of doing rapid punches, I had to switch to doing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, because I lost my rhythm.
I rule the heavens. And today, our mother of all battles begins.
The
Talk about that
old
tech.
Lao would have gone
There are,
down by
I mean,
now.
there's tech on how you can actually hit things. You get a lower score because the game does register that. See, my secret technique was a 0. But the game knows if you're like going like in, but like going to each pad like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It knows. Okay.
Wonderful. Oh, and we also just received a $50 donation in from Omax with a comment saying, here's $50 to adding games to the Sports Hawk Shuffler. Can I get some in chat?
Okay. Last normal mode. This one is very unique though. We are not playing as Kenshiro in this mode. We are going to be playing as Ray. So Ray, in the story of Fist of the North Star, fights Keno or Raho and gets basically mortally injured. Raho hits a pressure point in his body, which will cause all the blood in his body to spurt out of his pores over the course of 3 days. So this whole path is just like showing what Ray did before he died. He actually is fighting all these people to help save a woman that he loves. Something very unique about this mode, though. I don't recover my health in between fights, so I have to be very precise. That's why this mode is a little difficult.
I will banish you to the netherworld.
Ready? Go!
Ensuring to clarify real quick as well, the $50 donation that came in from Omax, so $30, all but $50 is going to add a game to Sports Talk Shuffler, but currently right now, it only is required $10 more to add another game into the incentive. So if anybody would like to add another game quickly, you can add $10 towards that incentive.
What? It has no effect on
Perfect fight. Holy crap. Nice. I didn't lose any.
Nice.
I didn't lose any health there.
But the Death Omen star
Wonderful job.
has fallen over Ray. Nanto Suicho Ken. Ray, the star of justice. This is the story of the fierce battle of a man living in the turbulent world.
That was sick.
Whew, okay.
That was really dope.
So we're going to have a little bit of repeats. Here's Kiba again.
Is the turf of the Kiba gang.
This time we're just going to be
led by the king
fighting
Kiba.
him with Ray.
Does Ray have any
It's
escape?
pretty much the same fight.
Surrounded by
Nothing's too
a pack of
difficult.
wolves?
You are nothing but
It's the
trash
third
in
fight
face of
that we have to
Nanto
worry about.
Suicho.
And it's only because the secret technique is really hard to
3
do.
days until the day of destiny.
This is the first time anyone's been stupid enough to come at me of their own free will.
Don't listen to that rando just talk because he's just nobody, and I don't know why they gave him voice lines. He's like a Oblivion NPC. He just exists, and they gave him voice lines for some reason.
How dare you kill my son?
So, just like last time, Kiba's gonna turn his body into pure steel. Unlike Kenshiro, we're just gonna slice him.
The South Star Waterbird Fist.
You win!
A whole army of wimps like you.
So
couldn't
the
take me
top
out.
on the results screen is my health, so I'm at 91% health. That's really good. Now we have Amoeba,
Amoeba.
or Amoeba, whatever, however you want to say it.
Mad experiments for his own end. Will it last reveal
So his secret technique is super unique, like the one that we have to do against him.
Going to try
The pads are gonna keep coming out until I push this dude off a roof, and like,
has 2 days of life remaining.
you might have to do this like as much as like fighting like Raw, like 100 punches. It's really obnoxious.
How could Lei show up here?
Ready? Go!
Talon triangle kick.
All right, wish me luck, everybody.
Good luck, good luck.
What color is your blood, man?
Oh my god, I hate that technique.
Nice.
You win!
A Shinken imposter like you is no match for me.
I'm scared of doing that technique than the 100 punches, man. It's like, ugh.
Believing himself to be the most
Putting in work.
handsome in the world.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Stand
We have the hardest modes coming up.
and led the Nanto
Right.
Rokuseiken to their demise. Yuda, the star of enchantment, the star of betrayal. the
So Yuda's a really
field
interesting
begins
character.
at once.
He was learning at the same school as Ray,
Only one day of life
and he hated how beautiful Ray's style was, and it made him kind of go crazy. He thinks he's like the most beautiful person in the world,
Do this today, once and for all.
Ready?
but he's definitely a fan favorite. He's a really cool character. Thankfully, this fight is really easy. Except when you get free bads and lose all your health. The secret technique is really easy, so we should be good.
Wonderful. And we just actually received a $10 donation from Scoot. Thank you so much. Who actually has a upcoming run for today to add a game to the shuffler. So that's 2 games added to the shuffler right now. Thank you so much.
Hisho Hakure.
Soaring white loveliness.
Those last punches are just for funsies. They don't do anything.
Friend I have in this world. Be happy, Ray.
Now,
Sadly, Ray is now going to die, which is sad.
Yuta.
Be happy, Ray.
It looks like you're down for the count. Hmm? Had enough? Once again, I'll be a star in the heavens, shining over you. Farewell.
You win!
Oh boy, hope everyone is enjoying the run.
Yuta, the star.
I know, I
beauty
definitely am,
betrayal.
and
Success
really
with
appreciate
Naruto
everybody who's
Roseki.
putting some donations in and getting that put towards the Sports Talk Shuffler incentives.
The Death Omen star is falling.
Whew. All right.
Yeah, this is a very unique run, Starwin. Awesome. Like, we really appreciate you putting in the work to getting this set up.
Oh,
to
for sure.
showcase this and provide a run for Slurpathon.
I've been wanting to get this into something, and you know, since we're living in the era of online marathons, this is like my only chance.
Right. No, with that last donation that came through as well, currently right now we're sitting at a total raise of $4,502. We are creeping up to $5,000 and getting even closer to that goal of $6,000 that's set for Slurpathon VIII. So thank you all so much.
All right, we have 2 modes left. The last mode with Kenshiro, and then the last mode where we play as Rao. Rao's mode being the hardest. This mode has 5 fights instead of 4, so that's fun.
By the way, chat is dropping a lot of support and they are appreciating your run right now too, so they're hype.
Has at last begun to work.
I appreciate it,
to achieve
everyone.
His ambition. Kenshiro, you are the only one who can stop Rao. A vile man has
So this first fight is against Joggy. Joggy's another one of Kenshiro's adopted brothers. Joggy is kind of a piece of crap.
Now, the battle of the
He
two parents
was so upset that Kenshiro became the successor to Hokuto Shinken that his goal in life is just to completely ruin Kenshiro's life. He goes even as far as putting the 7 scars on his chest like Kenshiro.
Kenshiro, say my name.
ready, go!
But this is where things are going to start getting a little difficult. Like, these fights are going to constantly be throwing pads. There could be, like, pads of, like, 4 and 5 coming out at a time. Yeah. This is where things get a little hairy.
Shinken is all about.
Just 65 punches to start, so nothing too bad.
This is the end.
Oh, come on, you loser. Just remember, there are 2 more brothers lined up waiting.
Don't think this is the end. What? Those 2 are still alive?
Alive? They are still alive?
Eternal torture would be too good for you.
Somehow that was a perfect fight, except the technique was really bad, but I'm going to get bad techniques all the time when it comes to punch rushes because I'm just trying to get the number that I need, and then I stop, because why waste my energy?
When he heard the news. But
If I was going for a high score, I would keep going, but I'm not going to.
Waiting for him. The suspicious demon is now closing.
So we got to fight Amoeba again. He's a lot harder, but at least the technique that we used to beat him is way easier than what we had to do with
You
Ray.
can't be Toki.
Show me what you're made of.
All right, lots of 3s and 4s going to be coming at me on this one.
Go!
Okay. Just time my punches well. Really simple stuff right here.
The North Star Fist of Lingering Regret. You'll be forced backward against...
So we're fighting on top of a big building. Kenshiro hits a pressure point in his body to force him to keep walking backwards until he just walks off a building and dies.
Later, bruh.
Pretty much. He's gonna T-pose and fall. It's pretty funny.
You win!
So, this is how scum goes down.
Haha, Kenshiro's funny. Toki, one of the cooler characters in Fist of the North Star. He's also Kenshiro's adopted brother, but he's like the only one that's like on Kenshiro's side. And yes, he's supposed to be like, he's supposed to look like Jesus. I'm just gonna say it. That's how he was designed. And he uses Hokuto Shinken to heal people. So like when he touches like a person's broken leg, it heals, stuff like that.
I leave my spirit with you.
Ready?
But it can also be very deadly too.
Your footwork is poor. This is probably the first
Come on.
and last time we'll fight each other.
This voice acting.
Soaring fist.
All right, for this secret technique, I just have to have the bar right here be filled past that like little indentation. Okay.
Great job.
Kenshiro. I have indeed seen a successor's fighting style.
All right. Next is Ryuga. Ryuga has the best voice acting in the game. I'm really excited for you to hear it. Ryuga's fight, however, is very difficult, and we have to do 80 punches. These last two fights are actually pretty brutal.
Can we get some good luck in chat?
Yes, please. I'm going to need it.
The demon wolf Ryuga.
Collectively, with this fight, we have 6 fights left.
Until Kenshiro's anger boils over.
So, do you intend to rule this wild world? Kenshiro. Successor to Hokuto Shinken, I presume.
Oh my god, Ryuga, keep talking, please. It's amazing. So yeah, he was throwing 5 pads at me at once right there.
Grant you your wish.
Wow.
Oh god. Enjoy this voice acting.
Now I'm certain
Yo, nice.
that you're all that they said. And more, this man was chosen for these times. Kenshiro, over Raoul.
You win!
He was chosen, not chosen. He was chosen for these times.
Within me forever.
The time has come at last, Rao.
Chosen.
The oldest brother of Hokuto Shinken
Oh,
and the
okay.
conqueror of the century. Will this be the last battle for the
Rao's fight is hard,
Hokuto Shinken?
and we have 100 punches again.
Say goodbye to your
Which I'm probably going to do a different technique than doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take off my gloves and do something completely different.
Bring it on.
Whoa.
I don't see.
Only to help
go,
me,
dude.
just to help me guarantee it. But yep, last fight, wish me luck, chat.
Ready?
You heard that. More good lucks.
Go!
Kenshiro!
Oh, okay.
will mark our final farewell.
Let's go, dude.
Gotta get the gloves off. Gotta get the gloves off.
Nil-thought reincarnation.
All right then. I'll pound you to dust. My soul lives in my fists.
All right, Starwin.
We're gonna be doing the E Honda 100 hand slap.
The true power.
We didn't get it. Unfortunate.
Oh, nearly.
We were like 3 off.
Power.
That is so close.
That's all good.
Yes, it is. That was so
Ooh,
close.
it's all good. Like, to let everyone know, your boy hasn't been playing this much, so I'm tired. I'm gonna blame that on, but it's fine. I would love to run it back. I'm looking at the time though. I think we just have enough time to attempt the hardest mode again.
Do you think?
It would just take, like, I'm pretty sure if I would try to do hard mode again, I would just waste all my energy. And this mode, like, holy crap.
I feel this exhaustion because I remember playing this, and I mean, definitely not even close to at this level at all. Back when I was living in England for a while, and I will definitely say just playing for like 20 minutes was just already enough to be like, dang, this is. If you're not doing this normally, it's gonna throw you for a loop,
Yeah.
you know?
Definitely, like, doing this, like I have a DDR machine in my house too, and like, I'll play DDR and then I'll come in here and do this. This is like my upper body workout. Okay, so this mode we're playing as Ro. We're just gonna say that Kenshiro lost Ro, and that's gonna be canon. It's not really canon, but you know. 4 fights, all of them very difficult. We're talking like 5 to 6 pads constantly being thrown at you.
It is said that while two strong fighters were going head-to-head in battle, the Death Omen Star appeared over the two.
Are you sure you won't regret it?
I choose this path without hesitation.
So there is a good chance I might die throughout these stages. And if that happens, we'll just try again, skip to the cutscenes.
That sounds good.
Well,
Do your thing.
let us draw the curtain on this fateful day.
All right, nothing but 5 and 6 pads being thrown at us.
Special move. Heaven soaring.
Ooh, this will be close.
Fulfill your promise.
Yeah, okay.
Boy.
As I said, this mode is very, very hard. Usually if I can get past Toki, I can at least make it to the 3rd fight. Because the 2nd fight is hard, but it's not as hard as like the first, the 3rd, and the last. The 2nd one's actually like somewhat tame.
Ready? Go!
Now, fulfill your promise.
I'll defer you with a special move. Heaven soaring.
All right, there we go.
Very nice. Keep it up.
It is time to meet those who lived and died in this crazy world.
You win!
All right, next fight is Juza.
Farewell, my dearest brother.
Juza of the Clouds, one of the Nanto Goshase.
Ooh.
His style is self-taught and backed with natural talent. His
Yeah,
wild
Juza's a cool
fists
character.
know no fear.
Like,
Give it your best
besides Kenshiro and Toki, he's like the only other person that could have fought Ro to like the death and like possibly win. And his style is like self-taught, like it's his own unique style.
Ready? Go! Style is unorthodox, so I'll give you one glimpse into my secret. Attack, wall, repel, waterfall.
All right, 80 punches.
You to the netherworld.
To the very end, I am Juicer of the Clouds.
Juicer of the Clouds.
You win!
Nice.
You were a worthy opponent.
All right, so this nice guy sucks. I hate this guy.
So for everybody who's watching this morning as well, I think we all kind of should do the same thing that Starwin's doing and hydrate as well.
Yes.
Very, very important. I'm sitting here with my big bottle of water, so.
And goes after Rao.
Fudo, transform into an ogre and fight me.
Fight me. All right. Ooh, here
Why
we
do
go.
you seek ogre blood?
Ready? Go!
I heard the ogre bloodline.
Yeah. Oh, this ain't good.
I won't forget this.
Yeah. Too hard. I'll give it one more college try. But other than that, if we don't get it, that's probably going to be my time, sadly. It's all good. I hope you all have been enjoying the run. If you ever do see one of these out in the open, definitely give it a shot.
Enemy.
Make sure you play with gloves. I'm using just basic UFC gloves. This game actually comes with gloves, but they feel like they're 3 pounds a piece. And you don't want to do that to yourself.
Yeah, they are. With this game, with the technique of timing and hitting lighter when, of course, when the lights pop up. It just, I think that's where most of the energy is, disposed of when you're playing this game.
See, if I want to, I could just be like, I don't want to watch any of this and just immediately get to the fights. So that's a good thing.
Where have you been, Rao? Go! Unorthodox, so I'll give you one glimpse into my secret. Attack, wall, repel, water, palm. Serves you right, Rao.
I will banish you to the netherworld.
Okay.
You were a worthy opponent.
Fudo of the mountains.
Let's go. Come on.
Why do you seek ogre blood?
Ready? Go!
I won't forget this.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah, then he throws 6 pads.
What's the problem?
Golly.
Yeah, so that whole fight is nothing but him throwing 5 and 6 pads at you, and then Raw is the exact same thing. But I'm tapping out.
All right.
Your boy's tired. We need to keep on with the marathon. So everybody,
No, we can definitely do it.
everybody, I hope you enjoyed the run. Sorry, didn't get to finish some of the fights. I think we missed seeing one fight, which is the last fight and hardest, and then we screwed up 2 fights. So I'll
No
take.
worries. Do you have anything?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, do you have anything to close out with?
Twitch.tv/Starwin. I play a lot of horror games. I'm actually a spooky speedrunner, but I have a huge passion for Fist of the North Star. So if you like anything like that, definitely drop by and keep donating, everybody, for this great cause. And thank you again for Slurpathon for accepting the run. I appreciate it.
Awesome. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and please hydrate. Take a nice little chill pill after that, man. Because this game, as everybody has been seeing, I mean, everybody's getting hyped in chat, but yeah, take that break. Thank you so much for showcasing such a very unique game as well and taking the time to do this for the event.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, everybody.
We're going to pass it back to the restreamer, and we'll see y'all in a bit.
Raise your secret